All the best players in the world through the ages, regardless of their backswing position, have got their right elbow pointing down towards the ground in the delivery position. So why do they do that? Well, first of all, it connects the arms to the body, so the energy that the body is creating is transmitted out towards the club head, and it creates leverage and rotation in the right arm, which we're going to deliver to create a lot of speed and great directional control in the club head. Oh, boom! So do you have to keep your elbows together from start to strike in the swing to get that delivery position? No. Or do you have to get your right elbow coming in close to your body on the way down to get that delivery position? No. So how do we get you using your swing into this, oh yeah, world-class delivery position? Let me show you two very easy drills using this very expensive training aid in this video. I'm Andrew Cullen. If you want to swing better, score better, think better, and golf yourself to life, subscribe here. Let's start with highlighting two common problems I see with amateur golfers trying to get into this magic delivery position, right elbow pointing down towards the ground. First of all, they think the elbows are going to be together and hold them together. We saw with Mr. Scheffler, if he doesn't do it, it's probably not absolutely necessary. And the big problem, and I want you to be aware of this, is that pushing the elbows together can often bring the shoulder joint forward. Whenever we get very unnatural movements or positions in the golf swing, we open ourselves up to injury. So be careful here. If we isolate the shoulder joint in the swing, we put too much stress on the shoulder joint. If we grip too tight with the left hand, particularly for the right hand golfer, we can get problems with the tendons or tennis elbow or golfer's elbow. If we overdo side bend, then we can get potential back problems. If we start in a position that's unnatural with the right arm, that can open ourselves up to injury. I've worked with many osteopaths and physiotherapists over my whole career, and so I'm very aware of potential golfing injuries. If you want to build a powerful, efficient and healthy swing, then I suggest you subscribe to this channel. Second mistake I often see is amateurs trying to get that right elbow tucking into that right pocket. And all we do is reduce the radius in the swing, and reducing radius reduces speed in the club head. So let me show you two very efficient, effective and natural drills to get you into your best delivery position. All right, drill number one, we're going to get your very expensive training aid. We're going to stick it in the end of the grip, and we're going to point this tee for as long as you can on the backswing to your right pocket, and then it's going to flip and it's going to point to or just outside the ball. Depends a little bit what club you're playing. I'll show you Lynn Grant's beautiful swing based on this movement as we go. All right, so first of all, on the takeaway, we're going to get this tee pointing to your right pocket, right pocket, right pocket for as long as you can, and then as the right arm folds, as the right arm rotates, that tee is going to change its position to the ball, ball, ball. So now you see what's happening with my right elbow. We're really delivering that speed, getting the energy through the body to the club head with the connection, and we're getting leverage and rotation in the right arm. So the tee goes to the right pocket, the tee flips to the ball, so we get this very clear picture in your head where we've got to go to get your beautiful delivery position. Yeah, nailed. If you're scrolling through YouTube and not finding the answers to your golfing questions, consider joining me at Buy Me a Coffee, where I will give you video answers to your questions to get you on the right path as quickly as possible. All for the tiny fee of $10 a month. All right, tip number two, we're going to grab your tee again. We're going to open up your glove. We're going to stick the tee just where the Velcro overlaps into you. There, so the tee is going to point upwards. If you've got a friend, to help you do this. It can help a little bit, but basically we want the tee pointing like that, okay? So what's the point in this exercise? Again, it's all about playing with the pictures in your head. If we get the picture, we can get the feel. If we can get the feel, we can do the movement. All right, so basically what's going to happen up to the top of the swing, so again, whether you're flying right elbow or beautiful position, what we want to happen now is we want the tee to point skywards, or if you haven't got a tee or you don't wear a glove, get your watch pointing skywards. All right, so you'll see what's happening here as I go through, whether I get a Scheffler position where the elbow's slightly behind me, Freddie Couples position where he's really up behind me. The point now is we try and get the left hand, or again the tee pointing up in the air, that gets the right arm folding down, and again we're into beautiful delivery position. So often the problem with amateur golfers, particularly those of you who had trouble with steep swing, I did for many years, used to have a whole lot of problem with the left arm because the loading is onto the left arm when the swing comes down steep. And if we're able to flatten, then we distribute the weight over the two arms and we get into a much better delivery position. So the picture again is to try and get the tee from backswing pointing up in the air, and then we're ready to smash it on the way down. So the picture in my head, whether I'm into beautiful position, again, what I said at the start with elbows together, sure it can help as long as the shoulders don't go forward, the elbows stay together. Is this easier to do? Absolutely. So I'm not against that whatsoever. Just be careful you don't get your shoulders forward. But whatever you are, flying right elbow or elbows together without the shoulders together, we want to get this position of the left hand up, 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 and then we're in beautiful delivery. Okay, let's show you one to finish up here. So I'm just picturing where the tee is through transition, pointing up in the air. Yes, there he is.